Hello everyone, we are solving stock span problem. So before starting with today's problem, I will recommend you to solve yesterday's problem which was next get relevant, as we are going to solve today's problem using yesterday's problems application with a slight variation. So I will just explain you the problem statement. We have given an integer n which is representing the size of price array, and price array is denoting. I will just write it down here. Price of I is denoting price of stock on ith day, and we need to return one array which is going to contain uh, different values for each index or each day. So what we are going to return is, we need to return maximum number of consecutive days just before the given day for which price of stock on the current day is less than or equal to price on the given day. So basically in the answer we need to return number of consecutive days where price of stock is less or equal to current price. So what it means, I will just explain. So we will go through this example. It will be better to explain you through this example. So for the 100, if we check on the left, we don't find any element. So for the 100, number of consecutive days where price of stock is less or equal to current price, I will just add one more line, before today. So it will be 1 as we don't have any day before today. So for the 80, we do have one day where price stock is 100 which is greater than current price. It doesn't fit in our criteria. So value for 80 is gonna be 1 also. For 60, it is gonna be 1 as 80 is greater than 60. So now we will see for 70. So for 70, the element which is on left, just immediate left, is 60 which is less than today. So price of stock yesterday is lesser than current price of current day. So we will just check what they are asking: number of consecutive days where price of stock is less than or equal to current price. So we can get one element which is fitting in our criteria. So we will just add 1 to our current day, and then we will check further. But the next element is 80 which is greater than our today's value. So we will just stop it till 60, and for the 70 the value is gonna be 2. Then we will check for 60. So immediate left element is greater than 60, so we will just return 1. Then for 75 we will check the next element on the left is 60 which is less than 75. Then current number of consecutive days are 2. Then we will check further. Then we have 70 which is also lesser than 75. Then we will have 3 consecutive days. Then again we will check. Then we have 60 which is also less than our current day, so we will have 4. Then we will check further. Then we have 80 which is greater than our current day. So for 75 the stock span is 4. And now we will check for 85. So for 85, 75 is lesser, 60 is lesser, 70, 60, 80. So this 5 and current. So 6 elements are the number of consecutive days where price of stock is less than or equal to current price. So the stock span for 85 is 6. So we will just solve this problem using stack like yesterday's problem. So I will just declare one stack. But in yesterday's video we have pushed values of value of prices on that day, but or the element which is greater. But for today's video or the problem, we are going to include indexes in the stack as we have to keep track of number of elements which are on the left, which are consecutive and less than our current element. So for that we will store indexes rather than values. So we will just make one resulting array, new int of length n, then we will run a for loop from 0 till n. In the you can check yesterday's video where we have traversed from right to left, as we have to return next greater element on the right, but in today's video we have to keep track of next smaller elements on the left, so we will travel from 0 to n. So plus plus, then we will have same conditions. If our stack is empty, that means we don't have any element which is smaller than our current element on the left, so in that case our value is gonna be index plus 1. Okay, so I will explain you here. So instead of 85, let's say it is 185. So if we check in this case, we have one element which is smaller than second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the current element is also. So answer is gonna be 7, which is index plus 1, as index of our current element is 6. So and if our stack is not empty, that means we do have one element which is greater than our current element. So in that case we need to subtract our index from the index of that element. So in that case answer of I is gonna be index minus stack dot peak. So again I will make it 85, and let's say for 75, so index of 75 is 0 1 2 3 4 5, and then we will check 60 is less than 75, so 1, then 72, then 63, 84, and the 100 is not greater than 75, but 70 itself we have to include 75 as well. So we do have 5 elements, but 100 is not fitting in our criteria. So index of 100 is 0, while index of our current element is 5. So we will just make index I minus the element which have greater value than our current element, which is 0. So we will have 5 in this place. Okay, so and we are gonna push index, as I have explained. We have to keep track of number of consecutive days on the left. So instead of values we will just push our indexes, and we will have one check. If instead of if, there is while our stack is not empty and the price of I is greater than equal to the elements on the left which we have pushed on the in the stack. So we will just take them out. So it will be price of stack dot peak. So if we get any element which is consecutive to our current element but have lesser value, so we will just pop it out, as we are keeping track with indexes. So as far as our index move on the left, we will just get the total count of number of elements which are in between the next greater to the left and our current element. So we will just pop element which are smaller, and in the end we will just return this answer array. So this was okay, it's running. Let's try to submit it. Okay, our answer is successfully passing all test cases. I will just take you through this example once more. So we have given a given price array which is denoting price of stock on that ith day. and we need to return an resulting array which is denoting the number of consecutive days before today's day before today, where price of stock is less than or equal to price of today's value. So this is how they have defined stock span, and where we have used stack for solving it, as we are checking just if we got any element on the top of stack which has value less than our current element, so we are just removing it, as we are gonna we are gonna keep track of it, as we have we are pushing the index, and in any case after popping out all the lesser elements, if our stack is empty, that means our current element is greater than all the elements on the left. So in that case we have index plus 1 number of elements on the left which have less than or equal to a value less than or equal to current price, and in other cases we are just subtracting that index of element which is greater from our current index. So thank you.